Until recently, I'd never even heard of Hobolite. They sent me 3 of their lights to have a look at. They wanted my feedback. What did I honestly think? One more coming now. Just turning these on with an app. And the first thing I do when I'm using new lights for the first time is I want to check the color rendition of these lights. So I measure TLCI and CRI. I do this with my color meter. And to be honest, I was shocked. These 3 tiny lights, they didn't have a very good TLCI. It was excellent. All 3 lights measured 99 on TLCI. Now to put this into context, direct sunlight measures 100. These 3 were lighting the previous scene. The micro, little light behind me here, is just creating a little edge which helps separate me from the background. The mini, and that's lighting up our background, which gives us that lovely blue wash, or teal if you want to be very precise, directly behind. The Avant had a softbox attached to it with a grid and double diffusion. This comes as part of a kit, and you can see what that's doing in terms of just creating the light across my face. After measuring CRI and TLCI, which were both excellent, I also checked with my color meter color temperature settings, because I want to be confident that when I set a light to 3200 or 4000 or 5000 or 5500 Kelvin, that is what I'm getting. And in every case, it was very, very accurate. These lights have a crazy number of built-in features, but I just want to mention now, for me, what the standouts were. One of the things that I found really excellent across all of the lights was how intuitive they were to operate. It's the same system with each of the lights, where you will press this button and then rotate in order to turn it on. Now, at first that might sound like a bit of a hassle. You've got to press a button and then rotate it. But because these 2 lights have built-in batteries, you don't want to turn up on location with a flat battery. And having a 2-stage on, i.e. press and then rotate, means that is almost impossible to happen. The other thing as well that was really great is you press the button that controls the power, and it will jump in increments of 25%. But you can also tune it by just 1% at a time. But I found being able to jump through very quickly on the settings absolutely fantastic. And it's the same principle with the color temperature. The other standout feature, aside from the incredibly intuitive controls, is the addition of a V-lock mount on the bottom of each of the lights. When we were setting up that first scene with the blue background, we decided to swap these 2 lights around. And because you've got a V mount for the lights, it was literally a matter of sliding one light off and then putting another light on. And the position was going to be very close or almost exactly where you needed it to be. Everything these days seems to have an app, from your coffee machine to your car, and their app is one of the best thought out and easy to use that I've ever seen. Each of the lights has an NFC chip, and what this means is once you've downloaded the app, you simply put your phone close to the light, and connecting a light with your phone is the easiest task, as you'll be led through step by step on your phone. Once you're in the app, it's incredibly well thought out and simple, and carries a lot of the philosophies that we've seen in the light and how the light is controlled directly. It's a very similar setup inside the app. And one of my favorite things about the app is it's also got haptic feedback. The Hobolites are sold in kits, and each comes with a ton of useful accessories. The design carries across. So you've got magnetic filters, which work with all 3 size lights. The barn door design is very similar in how it attaches across all 3, which once again makes things easy. And they're very, very well made. So I think these are going to last for ages. The other thing is, can you tell me what that is? This is actually a battery in the guise of a grip for powering your lights. And it's a pretty powerful battery. This is a 50 watt-hour battery. And it just, once again, with the philosophy of Hobolite, it looks beautiful, it's gonna last, and it's really purposeful. It's little things like this, for example, that make all the difference. So when we're mounting a power supply for the Avant, for example, we have our light stand here, and then we've got a V-lock here, and that's where our power supply would mount to. It just makes the set not only safe, but really tidy as well. You've then got a variety of different stands with different kits. For the Micro, which is possibly my favorite one, you've got this gorgeous double battery charger. So just using universal USB, you can plug in, it does come with a charger in the kit as well, and get that rolling. So each of the lights come with a variety of different kits, from a basic kit to a master kit, and the accessories are all practical. Even their V-lock batteries are well thought out. They're just the right size that makes them safe to use and carry on if you're flying, so in your hand luggage. There's a variety of connections, from USB-C to a barrel pin to one of my favorites, a D-tap, which is very, very universal. So there's a number of ways you can extract power from this battery. And it's got a very nice satin finish to it as well. They just seem to care a lot, and you see this across everything that they've made. When I first saw pictures of the Hobolites, I was a little bit cynical. They just look too pretty to be practical. But then after using them for a period of time, I realized that you can have something beautiful with brains and brawn. They really are nothing short of remarkable.